Weak shortwave reception? Before you spend money on a new radio or the biggest antenna you could find, run one quick test, because the wrong fix can make it worse. If stations are weak, you need more signal. If everything's buzzy and full of hash, you need lower noise first. Nail that one call and the rest is easy. So let's start with the fix most people need: the C-Crane CC shortwave reel antenna. It's cheap. It clicks straight onto your telescoping whip, and it gives you 23 feet of wire. No adapters, no power, no setup knowledge. And that matters, because a built-in whip is always a compromise. More wire usually means more signal to work with, and on a weak broadcast, that can be the difference between static and an actual voice. But check how your radio takes an external antenna before you buy. Some want a clip on the whip. Some have a small mini plug jack, 3.5 millimeter. Some use a coax connector like BNC or SMA. So match the antenna to the radio. If yours has that mini plug jack, the Kaito T1 is the better cheap pick. The same 23-foot reel, just with the plug. Want one reel that does both? The Sangean ANT60 plugs into the mini plug jack and includes an adapter clip for radios that don't have one. One catch they all share: there's still wire. Run it next to a charger, a router, or an LED lamp, and you'll just collect more noise. Placement beats strength. A short wire by a window beats a long wire snaking through a noisy room. Start here if you're new. Your reception sounds weak more than noisy, and you want the fastest, cheap win. Now here's the test that flips you into the other camp. You add wire, the radio gets louder, but not clearer. If that's you, stop. A bigger antenna won't help. It just pulls the harsh in louder too. You don't need a bigger antenna. You need a quieter one. For apartments, condos, and modern homes full of electronics, the serious pick is the W6LVP Amplified Receive-Only Magnetic Loop, the version with the power inserter. It's a real investment, not an impulse buy. But when your enemy is buzz and hash from your own house, more indoor wire is usually the wrong move. A loop you can rotate is the smarter fix, because placement and direction become tools. Turn it, move it near a window, and you can often reduce or null some local interference. That's the part people miss. A long wire gives you whatever the wire hears, but a loop gives you more control over what the antenna hears. And one quick thing: if that just saved you from buying the wrong antenna, a like genuinely helps push this in front of the next person about to overpay. That's the only time I'll ask. Just don't make the W6LVP your first ever antenna out of curiosity. It's too much money for that. It's for the listener who already knows their radio is good and their home is noisy. Want to test the active loop idea cheaply first? The MLA 30 Plus punches above its price, especially near a window or on a balcony. But it's the experiment, not the end game. Prefer something tidy on a desk? The GA450 is the compact tabletop loop, but be honest, it's a convenience pick, not a performance champ. 2 warnings before you spend. 1. Active loops make the most sense with radios that have a real antenna input. If yours is whip only, check compatibility first. 2. Don't confuse a real receive loop with the generic amplified whips that promise huge gain. Those mostly just boost noise along with the signal. Now, whatever you've landed on, if there's any way to get it outside, that's where reception usually takes the biggest jump. 2 commitment levels, and the first may cost nothing extra. For travel, camping, hotels, or a balcony, take the reel you already bought, the Sangean or the Kaito, and use it outside instead of in. Simple, but it works for the same reason as everything else here. Outside, you finally get the wire away from your house's noise. A basic reel tossed into a tree at camp can embarrass a fancier antenna stuck in a noisy living room. Running an SDR, a software-defined radio, or anything that wants coax? Upgrade smarter with the NooElec Balun 19V2 and 30 to 40 feet of wire. That 9-to-1 matching transformer sits between your wire and the coax, instead of jamming random wire in and hoping. But if you own your space, this is where I'd stop the most listeners, the EndFedz EF-SWL. It's receive-only, built for shortwave listening, with a 45-foot wire that gives you a real outdoor jump without dragging you into a full ham transmit project. You're not trying to transmit, you're trying to hear more signal with less household noise. Quick note, for finding it, look for it under the Vibroplex EndFedz name now. Want the parts picked for you? The Palomar PA-SWL1 is the complete kit version. Matcher, wire, support cord, and insulator, all in the box. And for a bigger yard with a proper high support point, the Alpha Delta DX-SWL is the rugged step up. The trade with any outdoor antenna is responsibility, space, safe routing, the right connector, and a clean cable entry. Outdoor wire antennas must stay away from power lines and service drops. Plan grounding, bonding, and storm disconnects. Don't skip that. Outdoor wire antennas are not toys. So the whole decision in 3 lines. New, and it's mostly weak signal, start with the C crane reel. Noisy home you're tired of fighting? The W6 LVP loop. Can get a wire outside and you own the place? The part EndFedz. The rule underneath all of it. Match the antenna to your problem, not your budget. And fix noise before you chase signal. Get that order right and you stop guessing. You buy once, knowing exactly why. Prices and the exact models are linked below. Worth a look because the cheap fix solves more than people expect. And if you still haven't picked the radio itself, my shortwave radio buyer guide is on screen now. Go see if yours made the list.